So, you and I are at the broker. You can see the amount of $50 on my balance sheet, and it is from this amount that we will disperse our deposit today. We will open transactions on a 1-minute time frame, and I have already selected and analyzed all currency pairs with the most optimal movement pattern. And today, all currency pairs have OTC status, which means that each of them has a very good and delicious payout percentage. So today we have a trending strategy using indicators such as fractal and alligator, as I have always said, that when trading on the OTC market, it is best to open trades according to the trend, and accordingly, we have selected a trend strategy with you today. But we will also be able to open trades against the trend in some moments. As you trade with me, you will understand how to work with these indicators correctly. So let's start trading and select our first currency pair. Here we will open the deal to increase. We immediately found a good entry into the deal at the intersection of our moving averages from the alligator. In this area, we see that we have an intersection. We have a local minimum on the fractal, and in theory, the price dynamics can change its direction or give the strongest price pullback. Therefore, in this case, after such a pullback pattern, we open an increase deal with you. We have about 20 seconds left before the transaction is completed. Let's observe its result. And our first trade is absolutely easy to close in a plus. Let's continue our trade and select the next pair. And let's open a deal here to increase in the direction of the trend. We recorded a not very successful entry into the deal. The candle gave us a sharp upward impulse and a few levels higher. We open a deal here, but in general, I think that the dynamics will come up anyway. We have an upward trend now prevailing on this for a currency pair. We are interested in this section of the movement, namely, this is the price correction, the update of the local minimum along the fractal and further upward dynamics. We also see the intersection of our alligator sliding lines due to occur soon, and therefore here we open the deal to increase. Let's look at its result. And the deal closed in a plus, but here, of course, we were a little lucky that the candle did not give us a sharp downward impulse. At the beginning of the deal, I said that we had a slightly bad entry, as the candle gave an upward impulse. And it was because of this that we could lose the deal, but we still have there is an exit to the top, thus we closed our second trade in a plus. The signal was absolutely correct, so let's continue trading and select the next currency pair. And here we will open the deal again to increase. The alligator's moving lines have crossed. We have already opened the deal here, and in general, we now see a very strong downward momentum on this candle, respectively. We have enough time for a new candle to appear, and most likely the next candle will give us a very strong upward momentum. Therefore, the principle the entry into the transaction is exactly the same. Let's look at the result of this transaction. Once again, our deal closes in positive territory in the last seconds. As I said, since we had a strong pullback, the next candle should also show its strong upward force, so we close the deal in positive territory. Let's continue trading and select the next currency pair. And here we will reopen to an increase in the direction of the trend. The upward dynamics prevails here. We also had a price correction from the local maximum. There was a pullback of the dynamics to a decrease. We also have a new local minimum forming here, and I think this is a good opening point for an increase. Let's look at the result of this transaction. We have about 25 seconds left. And our next trade closes easily again, without any problems. Plus, we will change the value of the transaction and continue our trade. We will select the next currency pair. And here, let's open a downward trade in the direction of the trend. Now we have an intersection of the moving averages of our alligator circles of the classical area. The consolidation area is gathering. Yes, our price dynamics are standing still. Here we see the intersection of our moving averages, showing us a downward character. Then we see a pullback of the dynamics, actually after which we open the deal again in the direction of the trend. Let's look at the result of this transaction. We have around 20 seconds left. And our next deal is closing in A+. We opened the deal on time, the correct, and also the opening level fixed it positively for us. Let's change the amount of the transaction value. Put 651 and open transactions in the amount of 1302. Let's start and select the next currency pair. Here we open deals to increase in the direction of the actual trend. We have a very strong upward trend now, most likely. It will prevail because previously very strong downward volumes were shown to us here, and most likely the price is recovering. We now have upward dynamics from this local minimum. The intersection of the moving averages occurs from bottom to top, and this says we are aware of a sign of upward dynamics, so in this case, we open the deal again for an increase. Let's look at the result of these two deals. We have 20 seconds left. And the next deals are easily closed at a plus, as I expected. We have a small price pullback. In this case, it looks like a doji pattern, and a new candle closed the deal at a plus. Let's change the amount of the value, put 1,000 and open two deals worth $2,000. Let's start and select the next currency pair. Here we open two trades to increase in the direction of the actual trend. We have an intersection of our moving averages in this area. There has also been a price pullback, updates to our local minimum, and further dynamics of movement. I think we should go up. That's why we open fuels to increase here. We have about 25 seconds left before our trades are completed. Let's watch the butchered result. And our next deals are easily closed in A+. To consolidate the result, let's open the final deals in the amount of 4,000. Let's get started and select the final currency pair. Let's open our final trades here just to increase the actual trend dynamics, highlight the workspace. Here we have an intersection of our alligator moving averages from bottom to top. We have a sliding called jaws that went down and a sliding called lips that went up. This is a sign of strongly upward dynamics. We also had a couple of pullbacks. Price, in general, now nothing prevents them from going up, which is why, in the direction of the actual trend, we are opening our closing deals here with you, and let's look at the result of our closing deals. And our closing deals are easy to close, plus, that's an interesting strategy we've got for today. We've made a great profit today, so I'm completely satisfied. Let's put all the money we've earned in our safe. I think that this amount will be $7,900. And thus we have fixed our profit with you. Put likes, write comments. What do you think about this strategy and my trading today? Be sure not to forget to subscribe to the channel and also to my Telegram group. You will find all the necessary links in the description under the video. Have a nice day and good luck in trading.